Welcome back to Our Community. Boy, are we getting an education this morning. Speaking with Deanna Wells from Healthcare Freedom and learning about the whole concept of health sharing. So as you were saying, it's a group of like-minded people. So, for instance, one of the things that was really concerning to people about having to buy into one of the government-run exchanges was that you were having to pay for things that went against your core values.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is a way that people are able to pay just for what they need, and you're not having to have that conflict of conscience that this goes completely against everything I believe in. Can you touch on that?
Absolutely. Is that these are Christian health sharing ministry groups. Obviously, they are not going to pay for services that are against our beliefs, such as abortion, contraceptives. It is definitely you are paying and getting true health care services and not going against your beliefs.
And it also seems that it's real community in action, because where some people may be blessed with wonderful health, then they pay their share for a just-in-case moment, and that money then is able to cover someone who might be going through a crisis of health. Is that what I'm seeing right? That it's a sharing and it's real Christian community in action?
Yes, that's absolutely what it is. It's caring for your brother. One of the statements of belief is that I believe it is my biblical and ethical obligation to assist my fellow man when in need according to my available resources and opportunity. So we're doing that in a structured system. And it is, when I looked at it, I'm like, well, this is kind of like that crowdfunding. I don't know much about crowdfunding.
Kickstarter.
Yeah, but it's even beyond that. Yeah. But that really is, we are really helping one another in that. And there's some partners that actually just partner and are not even a member because they believe in this so much of helping people.
Well, that's what I was just thinking, because so much of us feel compelled to be able to give from our blessing, yes, to be able to help those in need. This is one way to do that in a very tangible way. People yes, in need with their health. And yes, we're giving in order for them to receive. And you never know when you're going to be the guy who needs the help as well.
Right.
A lot of people might be hearing this and saying, oh, this sounds awesome, but I'm way too sick. I've got way too many health issues. What should that person do?
Well, that is a tough issue because the pre-existing is considered. But what some people do, of course, it all depends on your funds, is some people will take that high deductible on, that's available through traditional means and then add this piece on as a non-traditional. It has a 1-year pre-existing of no sharing. They do have compassionate projects that you can submit for. The second year, they will kick in and start sharing up to a $25,000 maximum, and the third year, a $25,000. And after the third year, there is no longer any pre-existing. So again, that's why I said it was for some people, but not for everyone. Mm-hmm. But you could work a program where you could phase out the traditional means.
Let's talk about young people or people who do not have health issues. And this sounds like the perfect thing to satisfy that requirement and to have insurance just in case. What is a typical plan? What do you pay per month for the typical healthy person? And what is your deductible? And what is the coverage?
Well, I have to correct you a little bit,
Thank
Susie,
you.
because it's not an insurance program.
Thank you.
She was using insurance terminology.
I was.
But she's new, so it's a mindset change. Is that it is a sharing program, so it's a non-traditional option that uses totally different vocabulary. So the vocabulary is your monthly share amount ranges from ages. So let's just talk about a single person, okay? There's no age from 30 to 65. The price factor for your sharing is the same. Mm-hmm. Okay, there are some caveats to your health. And really, this program, if we touch base here in a few minutes, is really about taking control of your health and becoming healthy. And there's so many tools available in this program to help you do that. So you're going to range from $199 a month to up to, it could be $349 a month. It just depends on different issues, and it's really a conversation. But your annual unshared amount is only $500. So after $500, 100% will be shared with you up to $1 million per incident.
Say that again.
Okay.
Because I think somebody just drove off the road or fell out of bed.
So
yeah, go ahead and say that again.
After a $500 annual unshared for a single person,
yes,
then you will get 100% sharing up to $1 million per incident. For a couple, it's $1,000 for annual unshared, and for a family, it's $1,500. They also, and this is one thing that Liberty does that's sort of unique in comparison to the other programs, is they also will offer you wellness, a once a year wellness visit, and some of those routine labs with no annual unshared amounts.
So wellness visits, your regular checkup and so forth, that does not count against your $1,000.
Right. They will share that at 100% immediately. So again, it's always a conversation because it really, it depends on, the person's situation. And so what I usually do is, because I have the traditional hat of insurance that I wear, and then I literally tell people, I'm taking my insurance hat off, and we are now going to talk about the non-traditional path and see which one is going to be your most comfortable fit. So,
do doctors accept this?
Oh, yes, absolutely. There is no provider network. You can go anywhere you want. Liberty will help you with that negotiation before you go for your visit. Also, the Health Excellence Program has a concierge. You get your own personal concierge that will help you with just anything you need for the program. Because a lot of people, this is a new concept. This is where the Health Excellence Program comes in, and you get your own personal concierge, and they help you do price shopping. They help coordinate that. They make it a very pleasant experience for you to make that transition.
All 6 have the concierge because they're in this Academy of Health Excellence?
So there's traditional Liberty, but we call it Liberty on steroids.
Okay.
Is that they really like this because part of coming together as like-minded people, we are agreeing, as one of the beliefs is that I believe it is my spiritual duty to God and my ethical duty to others to maintain a healthy lifestyle and avoid foods, behaviors, or habits that produce sickness or disease.
Yes.
So therefore, what happens is sometimes people need help with that because really, truly, it's kind of like if you wanted to go to California, okay, how would you get there without a map? So one of the things that Health Excellence does is your very first thing is they provide you a living health assessment. It's a wonderful tool to put you where your start point is, and that gives you a map of how to get where you're going. So we really work on really healthy goals to help you maintain the highest health level you can reach.
Okay, if I understand correctly, then in order to be accepted into this health share community, then you first take some kind of a survey where they are assessing your health, which is a great starting point.
The application, yes.
What kinds of things do we need to answer on this application?
It's basically if you're taking any current medications, that does not rule you out. It just it depends on if you have anything that is a severe illness. They take people with past history of cancer. It depends on how long. They take diabetics. It just again, it's a conversation because it takes me about 2 hours to sit down and really explain, because I really want people to understand what they're getting and why this is really good for them to consider when they're looking at their options.
If a person listening right now is saying, I've had one of those things, I've had diabetes or I've had cancer, that does not rule them out. They should still check into this.
Absolutely.
So interesting. All right. Well, what I love is you were saying that Healthcare Freedom and the Academy of Health Excellence is all about focusing on wellness, not sickness.
Yes.
So let's talk about that portion of it.
Okay. Is that right now our current system is really about managing your sickness, or we call it sick care. It's not really focusing on teaching, or I can't really say it's not helping, but for the most part, they're really focusing on your illness. We have to take some actions personally to be aware of how we can be our most healthy self. How that is done is through education. And My Academy, that's why they call it My Academy, because it's you're learning how to become healthy. And so there's many services that will help you, that works along with Liberty Health Share as the engine to help you really utilize all these tools that are available to you to maintain health. Because let's face it, nobody really wants to use the healthcare system.
Right.
I don't want to be sick.
Right.
And so I've had people in my office saying, well, I want to meet my deductible when we're talking about it. I'm like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
That means you're sick, right? Right. So really, the very cool thing about this program is really helping you to maintain your health, which I feel is our most wonderful asset that God has given us, is that we can do everything when we feel good. And I just really feel I'm passionate about health.
Give us some examples of what some of those tools in the toolbox would be. And here's the second part of that question is if a person signs on, and let's say they sign on and they've got some issues that they are paying the higher contribution every month, and if they're able to address those issues, can they lower that contribution that they're paying every month because they are a healthier member?
Yes, there's two ways. You can graduate from the health track. You have a personal health coach that works with you on a monthly basis, and they give you parameters that you can work in that they will remove the extra. There's an extra $80. They call it provisional membership, and that it is to help you walk through different healthy living so that you can reach the goals that they give you. And yes, they'll drop the $80. The other thing with the Health Academy is they also provide you this living health assessment. That does not come naturally with the Liberty Health Share program. The living health assessment is even a higher level tool. And what it does is it actually gives you that roadmap. And if you meet the parameters, and within 1 year, in the second year, it actually will lower your annual unshared amount and also could lower your monthly share amount. So there is a lot of goal setting, and it is a financial reward, which is really awesome.
It's wonderful. How long can you be a provisional member?
Well, actually, that's a very good question. I mean, I think that as long as you're willing to work at it,
okay,
I think you can do it. They like you to graduate within a year, but, some people have other challenges. So I think as long as you're showing effort, they will work with you.
And what about some of the specialty areas like chiropractic or vision or dental or hearing or our prescriptions? Does that all fit into this as well?
Well, they do share on chiropractic. It's a 12 visits. They actually even share in alternative medicine.
Wow.
There does have to be a treatment plan submitted by that alternative holistic doctor, but there's a great testimony of a young mother who was getting natural treatments for a cancer she had, and the traditional means was not treating that cancer, and God is blessing her with this program to help her with these treatments. The other thing is that with Liberty Share, you do get a prescription, dental, vision, hearing discount. With adding My Academy of Health Excellence, you actually get even a broader scope. What you do is you call your personal concierge, and they will utilize many, many different of these discount networks. They're going to find you the lowest price and the best quality and give you options. So you don't have to do that kind of research on your own. That's the beauty of the Academy of Health Excellence. You have this program, you're a self-pay patient, but you're not on your own. The concierge will do all of those services for you.
It's just a different way of thinking things, but wow, what help. And what a light at the end of this tunnel. Deanna Wells, where can people go for more information?
Well, they can contact me at my office. It is my phone number is 330-879-8797. So it just repeats 330-879-8797. My office is located in the Glass Tower, the Belden Tower, right behind Belden Village Mall. It's Suite 602, so we're very central, and we would love to answer any questions that you might have.
It's called Healthcare Freedom. Deanna Wells, thank you so much for what you're doing for our community.
Thank you.